What's up guys, Chimp here, and I am multitasking today. I have another recording going on, and I have decided I will continue that tomorrow. But in the meantime, I want to get something out today, whether it be this video or another video. But today we're going to be, basically confirming draft busts. I'm going to become a meme for that, but draft busts. And with the tier list. So these are in no particular order, but at the top we got not bad, meaning that they weren't actually bad, but they were in a terrible situation and they never really progressed. Off-field means off-field issues, so it wasn't really their play on the field. They never progressed, meaning that either they didn't want to progress or they never just developed into the player they could have been. Next up, we got injury concerns, where they just kept getting injured and they were always off the field and not exactly playing. And then last but not least, just a bad player in general. They just weren't good to start off with, and they never would have been good. That's just how it is. So let's begin, and we got a fun one. BlaineGabbert, bad player. Actually, I'm going to go never progressed, because he had really high expectations coming out of college. Like, you should have seen the draft commentators on BlaineGabbert. They're like, oh, BlaineGabbert is still on the board at number 10, and who is going to take him? Oh my god, the Jags got their franchise QB. In 3 years, he was benched, I think played for the 49ers, and they drafted Blake Bortles. What can I say? He never progressed. Of course, he had that fun swearing moment, which was completely, totally hot mic'd. So, check out some hot mic videos. You will definitely see BlaineGabbert on there. Next, he had so many chances. He got 7 years, and his body just didn't really suit him. It just didn't. He kept getting injured. He was never on the field. And what can I say? Maybe he could have been really good. He was a Heisman winner at Oklahoma, of course, but injuries derailed his career. Next up, we got Ereck Flowers. Now, this is an interesting one because he was just so bad with the Giants, so I'm going to put him in bad player. They drafted him at number 10. That's a lie. He was at number 9. Number 10. Number 10 was Todd Gurley in the 2015 draft. This guy was number 9, or was he number 15? He was one of the two. I think he was number 9. Ereck Flowers, a guard out of Miami, and he played really bad for the Giants. He was so terrible. And, bad player. He just was. Next up, we got Eric Fisher. Is this Eric Fisher? He's not bad at all. He became a Pro Bowler, so we're just going to keep him there. Of course, he did play pretty horrible in his first couple of years, but then he became into the Pro Bowl selection that we know today, so that's fun. Next up, we got Greg Robinson. Oh my god, this guy was so bad, man. He was so good at... So terrible. Picked at number 2. Imagine. The Rams could have taken Aaron Donald at 2, and it would have been one of the best picks they've made in their entire history. But instead, they decided to go with Greg Robinson, and then ruin their O-line by taking him, by the way. And then they drafted Aaron Donald, right? So, interesting. Jake Walker. What even happened to him, dude? I've heard of him. Let me Google it right now. Hold on, excuse my dumbness here, but I need to Google this. So I realized he just retired. Just like that. He didn't even want to play football. So apparently it was also injury concerns. So I guess I'm just gonna put him there, but I don't even know. Next up, we got Jameis Winston. If you think this guy is a bust, you're absolutely not correct, to say the least. Jameis Winston is far from a bust. He was playing so well with the Saints as well. I know he threw 30 picks with the Bucks, but he needed a good situation, and the Bucks just never wore that team. Next up, we got Johnny Manziel. Johnny Football. picked at number 24 overall by the Cleveland Browns. Is that a lie? Am I just gonna be dumb this episode? Johnny Manziel. He was picked. When was he picked? Number, drumroll please. Even more drumroll please. 22. So I was wrong. He was picked number 22 by the Cleveland Browns, and let's just say that drinking and partying played a huge role in his life. It's all off field, dude. He's such a bad person. He was so hyped coming out of the draft too, man. You should have seen Browns fans. They thought they had gotten their QB of the future. They had ended their QB drought, and it became that Johnny Manziel was Johnny Manziel. So, what can I say? Johnny Football. Josh Rosen. This is a sad one because I kind of liked him at UCLA. I think he could have been a top quarterback in the draft. And then he got pissed that he was drafted at number 10 overall, had an overconfident mindset, threw 11 touchdowns, 14 picks, and was immediately given up on, and the Cardinals took Kyler Murray, which I won't say has been a bad decision, but I definitely would have liked to see Josh Rosen progress. However, with Josh Rosen in that mindset, you're never going to see a person succeed unless they're actually motivated by this. He was overconfident in his ability. So, this is completely his fault. He never progressed, and he thought he was the best player in the world. So, what can I say? Next up, we got Justin Blackmon. Holy hell. This guy was so good. But he was so bad off the field that he is a complete and total bust right now. He was so good for Jacksonville. And for Oklahoma State as well. So good. But off the field issues are so terrible with him. He was a troublemaker off the field. But he wasn't necessarily a bad player, but off the field issues just derailed him completely. Whew. Next up, we got a fun one. Kevin White. Injuries. Complete injuries. The commentators went crazy when he finally caught a pass with the Saints. Oh, are you kidding me? Kevin White caught the pass. Yeah, move on, man. Kevin White caught a pass. What's the big deal? I think he was pretty good out of Memphis. I'm pretty sure he was drafted like number 8 or something in the 2015 draft. And he was just not very good. Next up, we got Reuben Foster. Oh my goodness. So off the field with him. It's so off the field. It just is. Oh man. Reuben Foster never progressed. I don't know why I talked in that voice, but Reuben Foster just never progressed, and he's always hurt, and he had off the field issues, so you could either put him here, or you can put him here. It's your choice, really. I think off the field issues really derailed his career, because he could have been a star with the 49ers, however, then he did off the field issues, came to Washington, never really played a snap for them, and he is now an NFL FA, so that's fun. Next up, we got Tim Tebow. Was this guy even bad? I've seen guys who hate Tim Tebow so much. Like, I don't even see anything super bad. I guess he just never progressed. He was just more of a different position, maybe like a Taysom Hill sort of player, you know? Just coming on running quarterback option draws, and Tim Tebow is going to be your guy. But, oh well. Oh well. Next up, we got Trent Richardson. He was so good at Alabama. So good. And he's so bad for the Browns. He was actually not bad with the Browns, but then he was traded to the Colts, and then he was super bad there. He kept running into his offensive lineman. What can I say? And last but not least, to end it off, Mitch Trubisky. Not exactly a bad player. I hate Mitch Trubisky. I think he's a really bad player, and he's especially inconsistent. However, I don't ever think he was necessarily really bad. He just had a lot of bad moments. So, it's not exactly that he never progressed, because he had pretty good years at some point. Or a pretty good year. But in the end, he's not exactly a bust. So, 3 in each row. So that's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. You know, it's fun to get videos done in like below 15 minutes because it's just sometimes it's way too time consuming and I don't really want to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next video. Peace.